his strength of schedule is just a lot further behind everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, the other one I was thinking about doing was Matt Wadden's matchup, but
Matt Wadden and Dennis,
Reinhardt, yeah.
are they both 5-2? I don't know who won the last game.
I
Let
think
me
there
go
was a
back
five.
and
It was a 5-2 versus a 4-3 on that one.
Matt Wadden beat Dennis last game, so they're playing again. So
Hmm.
Wadden would have 5 wins. So Wadden's 5-2 and Dennis is 4-3, and they're playing again. Okay. Definitely going to be some interesting matchups here because there's a lot of pair downs this side, this
Yeah, I
round.
think this round did experience a weird number of pair downs, so
Mhm.
we went with kind of
Oh,
two pretty good players, Charlie and Johnny, and we know
yeah.
that each of them has to win to have any chance to get in.
Well, just to update you guys, Ryan Serson did pick up win number 5. He beat Brian Fred last round. Harpster picked up the win over Mishki,
So
so
Harpster
Harpster
should be in
continues his climb out of
because
the
he's got
basement.
6 wins now, right? Or
Uh, Harpster would be at 5 wins.
5 wins. Okay, so he still needs to
Yeah,
keep
he's
it
on the
up.
bubble.
He's definitely a bubble boy.
He's playing Sokol, so he got paired all the way up to
Oh
Matt. So
wow, yeah.
depending on if Matt wants to play that game or not, but even still, it should certainly,
Help out Harpster's SOS having
yeah,
that game. So Harpster could be in even if he loses that one because
yeah.
that'll keep him at 5-3, and then with that SOS from playing Johnny and playing.
EB, yeah,
Yeah, Johnny is
EBO
playing
against
EBO. Yeah,
IE.
yeah.
Oof, this should be a fast game.
Vehicles versus vehicles, maybe, or is it troopers versus vehicles?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's, well, I don't know about that. I think it's just gonna be a big giant space battle over Tatooine, and
Mm-hmm.
if Charlie can hang on long enough to do enough damage on the ground, because Johnny's got to put so many cards on the table, he should be okay. But if he gets cleared out of space, it's pretty much good game.
Right. All right. Well, so we've got EBO from Johnny Chu, i.e. troopers from Charlie, since we see the two tactical supports right away.
Yeah, Troopers is fast, can do a lot of fast damage, and if he can disrupt EBO and keep it from really getting going,
Because,
uh,
yeah, so Johnny's got the new EBO with the 2-0 main power generators. That's a set 10 update to
yeah,
the EBO deck.
that is certainly a very significant but overlooked card from
Change.
set 10. Yeah,
Definitely. Because, I mean, look how much force you start with this deck. Like, he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one from Walkling. Like, he's starting with 7 force, from his own self. And then he gets 2
yep,
from the dark side player. So, like, that's, Johnny's going to activate like 10 force in his first turn. And
yep.
that's not, something that you usually see from light
Yeah,
side
and then
decks.
with Riken doing the free movement thing as well, he's going to have an ability to really actually draw cards early on. Usually, EBO is always dumping its whole hand and then trying to recover.
And with Johnny being, on the KTOD, we saw Mike Gem play the EBO deck in the OCS to great success, blowing people out in space left and right.
Oh yes,
So Charlie gets Ozzel on board the Devastator, gets his Imperial Justice out. That might help slow down the space battles. All right, so we'll see what Charlie can do this first turn. If he's able to get the first turn flip. So, hey, is Tom Kelly still in the chat room with us? You have any insight onto this matchup for EB or the IE Troopers deck?
I can't imagine Tom play tested much against EBO.
Wow, so he does get the flip.
Yep.
And then once you flip, you can actually play the Admiral's Order. first turn, right?
I don't think that's how that
Or is that a
works.
for remainder of game?
I think it triggers an action. I'll have to look at. Hang on. Find entanglements. While this side up, you may not deploy Admiral's orders on your first turn. So
So
that
now that he's
triggers the requirement. So even though once he flips, I don't think it still lets him deploy it.
interesting. Okay.
I feel like it sets like a trigger.
Yeah. So it says you may not do it on your first turn while this set
Mhm.
up, and your turn started with that card face up, so that makes sense to me.
Right.
Because I know he has it in his starting hand, so.
Yeah, we saw the intensify. So, but he's already flipped. He doesn't have occupation, but that's still a quick 4 damage.
Yep. And EBO isn't the swiftest deck to set up. You know, you've got to put out a few echo sites. You got to have 3 of them occupied before you can even put EBO on the table. So I mean, Johnny might have to sort of audible from his normal, setup to try to disrupt the troopers. But usually, the dark side deck that's what they want you to do is to go to
Right.
Tatooine and go get beat down.
Oh, Land Dodana, huh? No, no Riken. Okay,
Okay. Maybe he has Riken in his starting hand, or
could be. And Justice is out as well, so that'll limit Destiny.
yeah, it was definitely a nice turn one from Charlie, getting flipped. Because then you can peek at cards, you can set up your occupation.
It's not overly hard to do. I mean, you really just have to get one location in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not even then. You just pull the docking bay and a Tatooine location and a tactical support, and they probably run 6 or 7 copies of tactical support.
Because yeah, he
I think
just
that's what
pitched an
Tom's up to
extra.
now.
He pitched an extra copy of tactical support to pay for the tactical support, so he already had 2 in his starting hand.
Yeah, I think at one point Tom had told me he had upped it to like 6 or 7 copies.
Craziness.
Well, you see how important it is getting it first turn and the kind of pressure you can put on.
Johnny did get a projection. He was able to put out turn one.
That'll reduce 1 damage.
Johnny does have a few characters in hand, but said the EBO deck doesn't usually like to play aggressively on these first few turns, and that's kind of what the Troopers deck forces you into. You either eat 4 or 5 damage, or you kind of make suboptimal plays to avoid that damage. And
Yep.
that's kind of the whole point of the Troopers deck is to really put you under the gun right away.
Yeah, obviously, when you have any deck that has this kind of early pressure, forcing your opponent to make a mistake or to top deck something crucial can really influence the game.
We've still got 30 viewers hanging on with us all the way into 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Thanks, guys, for.
Thank you guys very much for hanging out and watching stuff with us all day. I'm sure some of our European viewers have probably gone to bed by now with
Yeah,
it being,
I would hope.
3 or 4 a.m. But hey, you never know.
But yeah, it looks like we will get this tournament done before 8 p.m. local time, which is pretty rad. Any Super Bowl predictions? I'm predicting it's going to be the New England Patriots versus the New Orleans Saints, but other than that.
I made the same prediction, and I think the winning quarterback retires.
Oh, so yeah, so Drew Brees retires, is what you're saying?
Could easily be the case. I mean, I know they both keep talking like they want to keep playing for like 3 or 4 years, but it's kind of hard not to just go out on top, right?
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Manning got to do it, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, but that was old man Peyton who really couldn't, throw the ball more
Yeah,
than like
Von
12
Miller won
yards
that Super
downfield.
Bowl. I'm sure Dorsch is rooting for the Chiefs. I mean, I'd like to pick the Chiefs, even though as a Broncos fan, they're kind of my rival. But and just seeing
Hmm.
seeing Tom Brady in the Super Bowl for every other year for the past 15 years is just getting kind of old.
As a Jets fan, we're getting kind of tired of seeing Tom Brady as well. So,
I'm sure you were tired of it a decade ago. All right, so we got Johnny Chu with another projection. Um, Looks like he's just doing his setup thing, though. He's not going to attack
nope.
any of those sites. He
He,
did Jin Urso and two projections, so he actually reduced the damage from 4 to 1.
he projected to both sites and Jin Ursoed, and then just dropped General Dodonna and drew a couple cards. So
It's one way to
he
mitigate the damage.
he basically negated all of the top, the early pressure that Charlie, blew his load on his first turn trying to set him up for.
Yeah. But, I mean, now Charlie can put the Admiral's Order out. He can peek at 4 cards from his reserve deck, take one of them
He,
into hand. Um,
yes, he can definitely do that, and he firepowers obviously because he deployed and gets a card back
didn't
there as
battle.
well.
Get a tactical support back from that. Yep.
Hmm. But yeah, he can peek at 4 cards, and if he finds an occupation or something, that can
Yep.
really start to turn the damage up. Oh, he's going to tactical.
Get more troopers, yeah.
You can't do it at the end of your turn. You can do it at the start of his turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is during his turn, I think, yeah.
So
Will he go to Hoth? I don't see much reason for him to go to Hoth.
no,
I think all of his troopers will stay in their desert gear. Yeah, there's no incentive for Charlie to interact with really anything on Hoth, even the system. Charlie just wants to do his damage, control his sites, and hang out
Yep.
on Tatooine.
Yep. He'll put the biker scouts on the Devastator. Kind of get that power reduction
Yeah, Johnny's
kind of
key
thing
to
going.
this game is going to be the Tatooine system. If Johnny can control the Tatooine
Hmm.
system so that occupation can't be played and that the Devastator is gone, then that's Johnny's path to victory. Um,
Yep. And those are some garbage looking cards that he just top decked. The docking bay, a trooper, the reacting trooper. Yeah.
why would he have to top deck anything? Confused as to why he. Maybe were those just cards he drew? Or
He peaked with the objective.
oh wait, that was the peak. Okay, right.
Yep.
Okay,
And then Johnny had to lose one to the
the
drain at
drain at
Tatooine.
Tatooine. Okay. For some reason, I thought Charlie was top decking stuff, and I was very confused.
Yep. Then he'll get his docking bays out again.
He got the Executor docking bay with arrest order, and then the Tatooine docking bay with the objective. Probably just
Well,
occupy the. Put a trooper or two down. Does he have the Stormtrooper patrol, the reacting guy in hand?
he does. That's who he took with the peak.
Ah, yes, good call. It's a good trooper. That's Admiral Mahdi aboard the Devastator. So it's Ozzel and Mahdi. Pretty standard.
Pretty standard, really.
Yep. Mahdi's
The
just got that great game text, so.
Yeah, the downside to this trooper deck, of course, too, is that it puts so many cards on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and if none of them are doing any damage,
Then, yeah, they aren't worth it.
you don't have a whole lot to back it up with.
He put another pilot aboard the thing. I think it was one of the biker scouts, but it was hard to tell because he just tucked it right under.
It's Barrack, yeah. So he's got to find one of the other scouts to go with him. to get the power reduction.
Yeah, you get that other biker scout when he's forfeited. He from another side is a biker scout. He's like a Gick or whatever, Elsic or I can't remember
Hmm.
his name.
Yeah, it is Elsic, and yeah, it's only from the same site though.
Oh, it's only from same side. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess that doesn't work then. But yeah,
I mean, it'll
Barrick.
still.
You trigger Barrick's game text, and he's got that draw that reduces from
Yeah,
power and attrition. So Johnny uses a new secret base to get the docking bay and echo base operations. We'll see if he can get
yeah.
that set
Johnny
up this turn.
Johnny did a great job mitigating the damage turn one, and that gave him the time he's going to need to get set up and get himself going here.
Now Charlie still
Uh,
hasn't drawn into occupation. I still don't see any reason for him to go to Hoth. Like maybe if he has a stormtrooper garrison, but I think I I don't know.
he goes he goes to Hoth. He's going to get hit with Haven and like 7 ships coming from hand for free, and that whole thing's going to get blown out by 50 plus power, as we've seen before.
Yeah. If you go to Hoth, I suppose you go to the North Ridge with some troopers, like a stormtrooper garrison and something else. But there's no reason for that right now. Like, it's way too early
Yeah,
for that.
you don't want to be at the Hoth system.
You don't, yeah. There's nothing for you there. It's just cold and icy and miserable.
Ain't nothing there but trouble, boy.
Right? Yeah, I mean, like I said, if Charlie abandons Tatooine, that's the only way that he wins is by doing his damage. He'll get occupation eventually, you know.
Yeah,
All right, so now there's Echo Base operation set up with Gold Leader and Gold One and Leia getting deployed. Leia moves, Gold Leader moves,
EBO. Yep.
EBO is set up. So now he's got that drain bonus. Um, he can add power in battles, all that good stuff. Space battles, I guess.
Yep. He's got some barriers. He's got a free. Oh, it'll cost 1 to react with the spiral, but oh, there was Riken.
He's playing leadership
Profundity
for a Radis.
looked like a green leader in Green Squadron, whatever, too.
Yeah, that guy is the way you get rid of the executor.
Yep. I didn't see a spiral when he was thumbing through his hand, but he certainly can bluff it. Oh, nice, Jared. Thank you. I know I'm old, so when you make early 90s references, it goes over the head of about a third of our audience.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie can drop. He's got the force activation now. He could deploy flagship and like pilot. 2, 3, 4, 6,
He's really not
7, 8,
activating
9,
all
10,
that
11, 12,
much.
13, 14. He's getting like 15 because of
Oh,
the
the
mob
mob
point
points, right? Yeah. Because he's got the two
at the two
docking
docking
bays.
base.
Yeah, I forgot about the mob point. You can't really see it on the screen. It's barely on there, so I kind of spaced on that one. But yeah, so he's got that. He should be able to deploy the flagship executor if he wants it.
Yeah, he could do flagship and like maybe Piet or something, but cancel EBO. You have to occupy like 5 locations to cancel EBO.
See, I
Uh,
just yeah. I mean, I don't. Maybe you know this matchup better than I do, BBQ, but I just don't see much incentive for the dark side player to put characters to Hoth. You know, like the only character that makes sense would be a Stormtrooper garrison because of the Rebel base text, but
Yes.
um, I don't think that leads to Charlie winning the game. I think that leads to Charlie closing the game out in the later turns. Like maybe he does that near the end to
Right.
step on Johnny's throat and finish the game off if that's what he can do. But I think he could get like what if it comes down with Luke and Rogue Speeder or something like that, and I mean you could get blown out quicker than you think going to the Haas system. There's the occupation. Big for Charlie to get the occupation set up.
That's definitely important. Get the damage going again there.
Because yeah, with the two projections and the Jin Urso, he's actually he did a really good job that first turn of limiting
Hmm.
damage. Barrier on the flagship executor that's deployed to Hoth. Puts a pilot on it. I think that's Piet.
Yep. He'll barrier the ship. And he had one force left to battle, but
Ship's buried.
yep.
Okay. Charlie just walked out of the room, so I think we'll be taking a moment. I'm literally sitting here and the door opens and it's Charlie and he's just running away.
I
Maybe
guess he really had to pee.
maybe he really had to use the bathroom. So yeah, we might be on pause here while so when you gotta go, you gotta go.
But we know Johnny's got at least a couple of ships, and yeah. Oh, and Leia's at the war room, so obviously the admiral's order is suspended.
That is true. But really, that Admiral order has more to do with your troopers than it does with your ships, because the other game
Yes.
text on it is related to like ship weapons and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's like a ship that fires a weapon in battle is power +3, or
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't have Haven out. He had to spend his walkling, I think, on a
projection.
projection.
Yeah.
So no Haven means no second battle destiny. But at the same point in time, you know,
When you gotta go, you gotta go. There's Charlie back, so I think we should be starting up again.
I bet he didn't wash his hands that fast.
He was rubbing them when we walked by, so
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have some faith that he wouldn't be in a potential situation where you have to shake another man's hand in about half an hour and not wash your hands.
I was gonna say somebody warn Johnny,
Maybe we
don't
should
shake
warn
hands.
Johnny too real quick. Hand sanitizer, yeah.
She just activated 15. Oh, this could be
I mean, because this looks an awful lot like what happened to whoever was playing Mike Gem in the OCS when he just put like all of the light side ships and stuff down and just outpowered him by like 58 power. I remember we watched that. I was just like stunned at how much power was
Mhm.
in that battle.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't have quite as many ships in his hand this time around, but
Yeah.
and no Haven.
Yeah, Haven was a big part of that
Yeah,
when Mike Gem did that crazy battle.
yeah. Well, Mike deployed like 7 ships and battled and
There
cleared
was
everything, and
because it
then was
was
like,
like there
and
was
I
two
can
ships
draw.
that reacted the turn before, and then there was like four more ships that came out the next turn. Because he reacted with the X-wing, he reacted with the spiral in the battle the turn before, and then there was like all sorts of craziness. And I imagine this deck is based around what Mike Gem was playing for that OCS. Charlie
Why
had to
did
run
that?
out and catch up on the Twitch broadcast. You never know. Profundity. That goes for like 4 force, right? Or like three
To
force.
Tatooine, it's like one.
And Radis on that.
Radis is free. He doesn't add it. He adds to the power of all your other ships, but
Yeah, and he also will pull either a Corvette or a Hammerhead. He's got the
he
Light Maker
is
out. Hammerhead Corvette, that cancels the immunity of a starship, right? So we can cancel the Devastator's immunity.
cancels opponent's immunity to attrition here, so that's no good. And yeah, and then it's obviously like just a very cheap like 6 power.
And he's an Admiral, so we can play like a leadership with Radis. So does Johnny have enough to? Yeah, he has enough to pay for that. He also could put Akbar on the Moncal cruiser.
Oh yeah,
There's the Hammerhead and Akbar. Akbar can't go on there. Yeah, he has to go on the Profundity. The Hammerhead has no capacity for anybody.
nope. He still has about 7 or 8 force left, so.
Yeah, the Profundity being so cheap, only going for 1 force, is crazy.
Um, and he does have that green leader. Another barrier.
I saw the Narshada system in his hand also. So, did the Lightmaker get barriered? Is that what happened? Or did Akbar get barriered? Somebody got barriered, right?
But now he's got no force left to draw Battle
He
Destiny.
just put Ray out on the Gold Leader Gold 1.
Yep. He may actually end up battling there because now he's got no Destiny left to draw against Gold Leader. He can't
Oh,
pay
because he has
for
to
it.
pay 1, right. Ooh, that could be
And,
a slight error there by Charlie. Well, because
and,
he had to
and if it
barrier, yeah.
right, and if it was Haven or something like that, then
Yeah.
he'd get 2 Destiny and he might actually clear the whole flagship.
There is Haven. And the Green Leader. Yep.
Yep. There goes the Executor. Because the Green Leader adds a Destiny too, doesn't he, when he's with another snub fighter or
I'll
something?
pull that card up.
Adds 1 Destiny with a Rebel snub fighter. Yep. So he's getting 3 Battle Destiny there, and Darkseid's getting 0. And he gets to retrieve a card for battling with Leia, with Rey.
Uh-huh. Looks like Charlie's playing another tactical support.
Yep.
Get some more troopers.
And just keep thinning out your deck, Charlie.
Right.
You're fine. No. That's what Charlie has to do to win. He's got to spread out on the ground and do as much ground pressure as he can before all his ships end up
In the lost pile.
going down in flames. But
I mean, it looks like he'll be able to hold on to the Tatooine system for another turn or two. And that's the one he really needs to hold on to for the occupation damage.
he's got extra power for the generals at the War Room as well, and he's adding 3 for EBO and getting 3 Battle Destiny.
Charlie puts out secret plans.
Yep. So that's what, 4, 8, 11, and 3 Destiny. No, 14. I think they're tied, 14 all. 16, I'm sorry, I forgot to count the War Room. So Charlie's actually behind in power in this battle.
Charlie can pull a card off Justice to limit the Destinies, though.
He can.
So I imagine he'll probably pull the Force Push off of that. Sokol lost. Sokol lost. Was he playing Harpster? Is that what we determined?
Yeah. So
So
Harpster
Harpster should
picking
be
up
in.
that win. He
Harpster
should
should
be
be
in the
in
top
because
eight now.
that's his sixth win. So
Yeah.
all right. I mean, I'm sure at this point, like Matt was 7-0. He knew he was in, and all that. So, but we have Steve Harpster getting a win. So we have at least two of
Mhm.
our top contestants we know will be in the top eight. Will be Matt and Steve Harpster.
Yep. Did we see what Johnny drew for Destiny there?
I did not. I will get you an update on the other games when I see Hayes next. He just poked his head out and told me about Matt Sokol, so I'll let you know as soon as I know. Good job, Harpster.
Hey, we talked about this.
That's right. You scraped your way back up. You started off 0-2, right? Yeah. Hey, so Harpster's.
Won every game on the way out.
So you went 6-0 on the way out. Hell
He
yeah.
pulled a low ball. Good job, buddy.
Consolidated. I beat Chew, Mischke, and Sokol.
Yeah, I mean beating Chew, Mishki, and Sokol. Even though you did, you started off on the bottom and worked your way back up, backdoored it in. But going through those three guys, I don't think anybody's gonna give you any shade for that. All right. So that's kind of cool for Harpster starting off 0-2 and then turning his whole day around and winning six in a row. So for those of you guys who go to tournaments, if you have a bad start, it's not the end of the world. You can.
It ain't over till it's over.
That's right. So good job, Harpster. Especially like that last game we saw with him and Johnny Chu. That was a good one from Harpster to pull that one out over the Dark Heel deck.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty surprised that that one went that way.
Well, there was the misplay, of course, with the Tarkin's bounty and the gun and whatnot, but
So Johnny definitely lost a little bit of overflow there. I think he lost about 5 cards off the top.
ouch, there goes a few characters and ships right off the top for
Yeah.
the occupation damage.
That was the occupation damage, yeah.
You saw 2 ships and solo, but I mean, he's not out of it yet, but
Is that Charlie putting the Emperor to the Hoth site? And then the other Biker Scout aboard the Devastator. Tarkin.
there's the other biker scout as well. So yeah,
Well, hello, Steve. Nice to see you too. All right, here's Sokol, 7-1. You just phoned it in on that last one, didn't you? Harpster beat you fair and square. Well, he had a good day too. He started off 0-2 and then won 6 in a row. So beat you, beat Brian Mishke. So you think Olson's gonna win? He'll be 7-1. Be you and Joe is 7-1 if Joe wins. So, all right. Yeah, that's Steve's typical entry, coming in like a wrecking ball. How's it going, Steve Baroni? Good to see you on stream. Thanks for joining us today.
he likes to announce his presence with authority.
Yeah, he's never been the quiet guy. Oh, hey, Harpster. Harpster says hi, Mr. Baroni.
He Echo Base garrisoned Commander Luke, and we saw he's got Rogue One in his hand earlier. So I don't know that Emperor is going to live too long.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so we've got this pretty stacked Tatooine system. If Johnny can get that system cleared, then I think he can cruise his way to a victory. But so the Emperor moved in. That's interesting.
Yeah, the Emperor's at the 2-0 at the main power generators. So, but Commander Luke in Rogue One could go take care of him pretty easily.
Yeah.
With only one force left and the barrier grabbed.
Oh, that's a bummer, Steve. We would have loved to have you here. It is definitely a long ass flight from Boston or that area, so I understand the timing would not have worked out for you. Just save it up and go to Euro Worlds instead. That's what the general consensus for people who didn't make it to this one is. They're all saving up for Euro Worlds. Go out to Germany and invade and bring that championship back to the States for us. Any word on where Nationals will be this year? I think it'll actually be called Continentals instead of Nationals. And I've heard Minnesota, but I don't know if maybe Chris has any more information on that.
We are still looking at and confirming locations, so I don't want to speak too soon. But yeah, it's looking to be mid-August. Currently, we're trying to figure out dates and stuff, and if we can do that, then we can make an announcement on the location. But I don't want to
That's
spoil
fair.
anything
Yeah,
just
I mean,
yet.
yeah, you don't want to count your chickens before they're hatched. So, 'cause, yeah, we had Atlanta last year for nationals, and I wasn't able to go to that one, but I heard that was a pretty
It was a
good
good
time.
time.
So I'm sure that one could be considered again for that spot. I like the Minnesota spot though too. There's a very good local player base there, and the last tournament that we had up in Minnesota, the Worlds, that was one of my favorite tournaments I've ever been to. That was a really good time. So. There's Luke on the speeder against the Emperor, like we were predicting.
Yep, 6 power, 2 destiny. They weren't the great destiny, but they should be enough. And there really probably aren't too many other 6s floating around that.
If you're considering going to an event and you don't have any paper cards, do not worry about that. There's guys like me who come to these events. You just ask me, and I'll borrow you entire decks. And this community will you will get the cards you need to come to a tournament. So don't worry about that if you're ever thinking about it.
I think Charlie only has 1 force left as well.
Uh-oh.
So he can't react with the trooper, and I don't know if he remembers that. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 to like 10. Emperor covers 9, so he's good there.
But that Lando against just a trooper, like you said, with not being able to react with a stormtrooper patrol.
Yeah, the Admiral's order suspended, so the trooper patrol won't
be discounted. Yeah.
Won't be able to deploy for 1.
Yeah, General Leia doing the good work against the Admiral's order.
He does have a Git combo in hand.
We saw Johnny Chu with a Narshada, but I'm almost positive that I saw him lose it to a Force Drain or an Occupation damage.
He has Narshada. He has no interest in putting it out on the table because he doesn't want...
He doesn't want systems on the table. The more systems on the table, the more places that Charlie can dink and dunk and get free drains and stay in space. Because Charlie knows at some point he's going to lose his space package. And if he has another turn or two to roulette around those other systems, it could slow Johnny down just enough.
Yep. So he plays the Trooper Assault, but he still has to take damage and overflow from that battle. It looks like he's got to lose 2 cards on top, I think. because Johnny drew a 5, so it'd be 11-4, and the trooper covers 5.
Yeah, I think Darkseid's objective card is kind of buried with all those defensive shields and stuff over there. It's kind of in that top left corner. For those who are asking, they couldn't see what the objective was. Yeah, it's Imperial Entanglements troopers, and the objective is hidden underneath some of those defensive shields and effects over there. So now I guess Johnny's probably deciding whether or not he wants to move Lando or like shuttle him up to the Profundity maybe. He's paying 1 to move Luke over to the battleground site so he can drain there. So we'll
I
see
think
what he
he
does.
only has. He's got 3. Okay, I was gonna say. I think he only had 2. So
And then now he only has 1 left, so he's actually just going to kill Lando and place him out of play rather than pay the upkeep and leave him susceptible to a trooper beat.
yeah, no harm in that.
I think that's fair. Charlie has lost more force to tactical support than Chu has lost to tat occupation. He did lose 4 off the top last turn to it, but I believe Charlie has lost at least 3 or so to
He's played.
tactical
He's
sports.
played occupation. Yeah, he's played tactical sport at least 3 times.
Okay,
So.
so yeah. Lightside has a very small hand. I'm not sure if there's a Hujix in it. I think it's a barrier and an out of commission.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
think
looked
are the
like.
2 cards that he has in hand. So yeah, Johnny does have a pretty small hand of cards. He's only got the 2 cards. He has a barrier and a force to play it though, so that could be big.
Mhm. Charlie's going to activate everything, so no battle this turn.
Charlie's in a tough spot. He's got so many cards committed to the table. He's got
Yeah,
the
and
Stormtrooper
unfortunately,
Patrol. Get another
half of
site.
them aren't doing anything.
Yeah. The 2 projections and then the opening hand Jinner. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this Dark Side deck doesn't seem to run any undercover spy protection.
Now there's just no room for it with all the other
Yeah, I mean,
trooper interrupts.
yeah, since you don't run any weapons, so a sniper wouldn't do you any good. Like you'd almost just have to run a Probot or an Izard, and those aren't really the cards that you want.
Yep.
So there's
Oh,
that
there's the garrison.
Stormtrooper Garrison. That should bring a smile to your face, BBQ, if you're still watching.
Yeah, but
Is he going to barrier the garrison? Yep. Barrier. Barrier.
he only has the Destiny when he's with an Imperial leader, though, so...
Yeah. There's a Stormtrooper Patrol.
And they're only ability 1, and the Trooper Patrol is only ability 2,
That's only
so he
2
doesn't
ability.
even he doesn't even get Destiny there now.
He's going to retrieve a trooper during his draw phase.
Yep. I mean, he's got 11 power there, but no battle Destiny.
So maybe does he have another trooper to react with? Another patrol? Alright guys, be nice.
He only has like 1 force saved, so I can't imagine he's got anything else to come back with. I mean, he might have a Trooper Assault or something. Nope, he's only got 1 card in hand. It's a Trooper Assault, so he can outpower Luke a little bit, but not if Johnny draws 2 good
How much time
draws.
do we have left? You know, Matt? No.
I don't pay attention to my games.
We've seen.
Those games.
Yeah.
It's time for you guys.
You went to time to be on TV for that much longer.
They've got 17 minutes.
17 minutes is what Goglin's saying. Okay, so we still have plenty
Well,
of time.
Maybe an extra minute or 2 because Charlie went to pee. So
I don't know if you get extra time for that. There's BBQ, yeah. Should have done that half an hour ago, he says.
Yeah, he's just trying to outpower Luke to get Luke off the table, trying to maybe sucker Johnny into battling. He plays the Trooper Assault, and he's got 12 plus 4, 16 power to Luke's 8.
But I
So
mean,
Luke's going to draw 2,
two
but
destinies could make up that 8 difference.
it could. But EBO's also not known for drawing good Destiny all the time.
That's fair.
And if he's battling on the ground, then he's not battling maybe at the system.
Yeah, it does block the drain, but it's only a drain of 1.
Hmm. But Gold Leader is also there, so he's got to pay to draw in space.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening now is the battle in space.
Yep.
Though we didn't. Oh no, that's actually the battle on the ground. Why
Yep.
did he draw Destiny? I don't know why Charlie drew Destiny in that battle.
I'm not sure either. Did he not realize it's only ability 1? The patrol's not a leader, right?
No, I wouldn't imagine.
Nope.
I think we're doing active judging tomorrow, but not today. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to walk in there and say, hey, you don't get Destiny. That's since we're not doing active judging during today. I think we'll have that set up for tomorrow for the top 8, but don't call Chew. He's busy. Plus, if they're following the rules, they aren't supposed to look at their cell phones anyway. Did he
I
have
didn't.
Decree and lose it? That's a
I didn't.
possibility, but I didn't see that on the table. And I don't
Yeah.
see why Charlie would have ever played Decree.
Yeah.
I think it's too late for that, Steve.
They've moved on already, so
It didn't affect anything, so.
no. Maybe he didn't actually draw it for Destiny because I only see one card in his use pile, and that would be the Trooper Assault. So maybe he
Okay.
started to draw it and then
And
realized
then
he
they
couldn't
told him
put
to
it
put it on
back. Yeah. Johnny would have lost more cards if.
Yeah, if there was a Battle Destiny in that battle, you're right. So I think we're good, Steve.
I think they fixed it.
I think you're right. Yeah. Why the hell isn't Darkseid playing Imperial Code Cylinder? um, I don't even
I'm
know
not even
what
looking that
that
up.
card does.
I'm not even looking it up.
I know it's a premier card, so it's like, ooh.
He pulls his shield.
Was it the Goldenrod
Okay.
shield?
He just found the weapons display. Looks like,
Oh,
and looks like he just pulled. He just found the spiral as well. So,
even better. He's got a bunch saved too, so.
but I don't know that this deck has any answer for occupation. I think it's just control the system.
He probably doesn't run like the free ride combo to cancel the
Yeah.
activation.
Even just a escape pod, we're doomed to just take a break from the damage for a turn.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not sure who he's got doing commentary tomorrow. I'll see if somebody who's eliminated wants to do it with me, or I don't know if Gogolin is available. Anybody who wants to join me tomorrow is more than welcome. Steve, if that's you, or anybody else. Lenny!
I did keep my weekend free since
Okay.
I couldn't be there physically, but I mean, obviously, if you have people on site who want to do stuff and jump in, I don't mind tagging out for a while. I know
Yep.
people get tired of listening to me talk all day.
So yeah, we'll estimates on Life Force. I would say Charlie looks to have about 15, and Johnny maybe slightly less than that, but they look pretty even if I'm just eyeballing the piles.
Oh, he put a tactical sport out of play.
Tactical support with the out of commission.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Steve, I think having you on commentary might cost us our PG rating.
Actually, I think we have it set at PG-13 because we
Oh,
had
okay.
Rendon on here to start before he quit, and he
yeah.
was pretty bad about swear words. Can we do a 3-way? I don't know. Usually you have to pay extra for that, Steve.
All right, so Charlie looks like he's leaving 6 cards back so he can peek at 5. But
Got
he's
an
got no
EPP
hand.
Vader. Could go
It
mess up
says,
Ray.
yeah, it says up to, so I don't know that you get to. Okay, looks like he's yeah, I don't know why it says that we're a gambling game as one of our tags. I tried to remove that a couple times and I could not get it to go away.
Huh. I'll look into that as well. That's interesting.
Yep. It's like card and board game, simulation game, gambling. It's like, what?
Yeah, like I wish we could just choose like Star Wars and card games as our two tags. But like there isn't just a generic Star Wars tag. There's like
No.
Star Wars games, like you can pick like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars Battlefront and stuff, but you can't pick just the generic term.
Sabak, yeah, that's what it is.
The Trooper Sabak?
No, gambling.
Oh, oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, wow. I mean, that's really not gambling. I guess you do get to steal opponents' cards, but well, gambling is kind of like a hot button issue now. It's starting to become legal in more states, so maybe having that gambling tag on there will get more eyeballs to the screen, right?
Yep. So it looks like they got about 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Lando, yeah, we have lots of gamblers in the game. Lando's a gambler. Some of the Jabba's Palace guys are gamblers. So we got EPP Vader going down to the Stormtrooper garrison site. So now he will get 2 Battle Destiny there. Um, or no, I guess that Vader's not a leader, is he?
Nope. So
Yeah,
he still just gets
yeah.
he gets one
He
now,
gets
but he's
1
got
now. And
quite
a
a bit more
shit ton of
power there.
power. He's going to battle in space, react to Spiral.
Yep. Reacts for 1. That is excellent advice hitting the gym. I know I'm personally, been working out with the weights just the whole day. I'm sitting here
I
watching the
like
stream.
I like Dan's idea. Just use Steve's picture.
That's a good one too. Sure, your mic got quieter. Did you change your settings or something?
No, not that I'm aware of. Is that better? Can you hear me? Good.
I mean, I can still hear you and all. You just sound like you just got like a little quieter.
Huh. I could just be that my voice is tired, but I haven't messed with any settings. You didn't turn your speakers down or anything, did you, on your end?
Maybe I did. All right, you're good.
Okay, cool. It's the giant battle in space. He reacted with the spiral. You know, Devastator
Yep.
is getting forfeited.
Picks up a card off Justice.
I mean, I think this looks like he's losing everything.
Now he's counting power.
Oh, he's just counting power. Okay.
12, 21, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34 plus Destiny, I think, for Charlie. Johnny's got 5, 10, 14, 20, 22, 25 in Destiny. So
Yeah, my mic is fully on, as loud as it can go. Like I
okay,
said I might just be
you're
talking.
fine.
I might just be talking a little bit quieter because it's been, now going on 9.5 hours of talking. So I will try to pick it up. I'm definitely
No,
looking
I'm sure you're
forward.
fine.
Definitely looking forward to a cup of hot tea here in about 15 minutes.
That is the one thing about that hotel I love is that they always have that little
That nice little
breakfast bar
nook.
set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean these two guys with Justice, as long as Charlie has Justice, which he has one more pull, he's going to be able to hang in space and keep, doing occupation damage and hanging in there. But
Oh, I just saw the key card in Johnny Chu's hand. The Bright Hope.
oh, there you go. Yeah, so Mike, we have Johnny Chu is 4-3, and Charlie Arlinson is also 4-3. Johnny Chu has the better SOS um, of this, so this is potentially a win and in. Charlie, if he wins, would probably need some help from some other players in terms of strength of schedule, but yeah, this is a bubble match of sorts. This is both two 4-3s with one of the with several 5-3s being, in the contention to make it. So, yeah, I actually don't know who BBQ7 is, but I'm a big fan of your work. So, thanks. Search your feelings.
Oh, it's secretly Robbie. That's what it is.
That's what I was thinking too. But Robbie, he couldn't quit us, right?
So he's got one Battle Destiny, or he just draw two. Okay. He didn't pick up a card this time.
Nope. I think that battle was Riken against the Trooper, and then he played um, leadership to add a Destiny to clear that Trooper with Riken. And then he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna battle in space. I guess he won't battle in space. Or I guess yeah, they did battle in space because he lost the Radis.
Uh-huh.
What's up, Cam?
Hey, Queso.
How'd your day go?
It went
It went. You went 4-4 or
3-5.
3-5. Ouch. You were playing
And
the
he
Rop
flips him
stack though.
back.
So
I was playing Rops. My game against Mishki, I could have won. It was close. We had a lot of good battles and just didn't break my way.
Hmm.
Lost a game to Joe Phillips, hidden base lockout.
Yeah, I seen Joe Phillips playing that hidden base deck with all the Y wings and the B1 fighters and whatever.
Yeah, so that one, I didn't have much to deal with him not going to ground all that much.
Hmm.
So is this game like actually pretty crazy
It's pretty crazy, yeah.
for Chu to have to be in and he's having to work for it?
He's having to work for it. He did just flip him back,
I saw.
so that's pretty big for Chu. But it is interesting because I mean,
Chu is so good at calculating the risks. He's like, Ray can go by himself.
he's got a leadership, right?
He's got forfeit.
So
Who's that asking? Oh, Dan. He's asking why I'm on camera.
wow, yeah, that's Dan. Oh, Cam wanted to stop by and say hi and check out the live stream, and I could use some moral support sitting here by myself all day. Ah, there
Jerry
we
needs
go.
Jerry needs a hug, Cam. Jerry needs a
Ah.
hug.
He gave me a back rub. That's even better.
Okay.
Probably not the same as a hooky back rub, but
Ew.
today.
That's true. We are in his neck of the woods. Although he might still be upset over being permanently banned from the forums. So,
So
Let's-
what are we looking at here? We have
EBO and
versus
IE Troopers.
IE Troopers. That's interesting.
Johnny's got to win to get in because he is 4-3.
That is,
They're both 4-3s.
That is a rough matchup for EBO usually, but it looks like he's
Well,
doing pretty well.
Ryan Serson picked up another. Lost his last game. He finished 5-3.
Okay, so Ryan Saracen lost his last. He finished 5-3. So 4-0 start, 1-3 finish. We'll see if that's good enough to get him in the top 8. So we know we have a few 5-3s that are going to make it, but His
Yep.
SOS might not hold through if after all that. So definitely going to
Oh,
be interesting.
another patrol. Looks like
Yep.
he's going after trying to do some overflow on Luke. It's gonna be
Stacking up
hard though
the
because Luke,
Northridge.
yeah, Luke forfeits for 13 between him and the ship. So there's 9 in Battle Destiny. I think Luke's gonna be okay.
Yeah, Luke withdrawing the 9 for Battle Destiny, the 5 and the 4. He's
6, 9, 15, 16, 17 total.
So he does lose the Luke and the Speeder, but Charlie's
Yeah,
going to have to lose Vader and a Trooper.
that's not really the important part. The important part was that Charlie had to get over 30 to cause any overflow. I mean, I guess now he can drain with the garrison
Yeah,
at a rebel base location for 3 potentially.
I mean, Johnny probably has a shield pull to pull resistance or ultimatum to not have the rebel or the trooper garrison's drain bonus hurt him too bad. But yeah, you could have maybe done that earlier, like BBQ was saying, get the garrison drain bonus going. But there's a lot to worry about staying in space, spreading out his troopers. He's going to try to flip
Mm-hmm.
again. But in order to flip, you have to control 3 Tatooine sites, and the opponent has to control less than 3 Tatooine sites, right?
Yeah, Tatooine at this point is the objective's not flipping back at this
No.
point, so occupation is kind of pointless. He spreads out the troopers on the ground because Johnny's got 1 card in hand.
Yep. I don't know, man. I know they're pretty close against the time limit here too, so this will be
They are.
interesting.
Time should be getting called any minute now. Johnny will get at least 1 or 2 drains in here.
Yeah. MVP Jin Urso opening hand, and then also getting, he had a projection I think in his opening hand, and he used the walkling to get the other one. So
Mm-hmm.
that first turn, being able to respond to Charlie's amazing first turn with basically mitigating it all was huge.
'They're getting a count.
12-9 it currently is. So Cam just went in there and checked for me. We got 12 force for Johnny and 9 for Charlie.
Jin breaks cover.
Jin breaks her
Clears that
cover.
guy.
Akbar.
Akbar battles. It's what, 3-2.
3-2. There's the handshake. So I think Johnny Chu is going to punch his ticket with that handshake there. Oh, he did get the handshake. I wonder if we got any updates on the hand sanitizer or not. Yeah, the Bright Hope was big. Jin Urso opening hand with the 2 projections. I think that just mitigated. Johnny did win. Yep. So, all right. So we have finished this game. I know we are right up against the time limit. I will. I think we'll do kind of what we did for Worlds, where we broadcast the. Since we're doing the top 4, will be randomly paired against the bottom 4. We'll try to bring you a live stream of the pairings, so that way you can see that. So thanks
For tomorrow
guys
morning. Yeah.
for we had 41 viewers at the last game. So it being so late on the East Coast, thanks for joining us here today. Good job to all the players. Good job to the Hayes, the tournament director, and Werfs for getting this all set up and scheduled. This one is pretty much my favorite tournament of the year. I love the Seattle area, and I love the local player base that they have up here. So let's get. You never did Twitch before. Today is awesome. All right, thanks for checking us out. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the kind words. We will be with you here tomorrow to do the top 8 and crown our next Endor champion. I believe we'll have a new champion. I don't think Lenny qualified. Not sure what his. I think he ended up finishing 4-4 or something. So we will have a new champ, at least from last year's champ. Yeah, if you guys have Twitch Prime, make sure to, if you feel like it, give us a subscription. It helps supply the dollar amounts that we need to have the equipment and have the people be here for bringing us the stream. So I'm gonna check in with the game room, see if we get the top eight live streamed, and we'll let you know who's playing who. Be right back. So we are going to do the random drawing for the top four tomorrow. That way they don't get to know who they're taking against tonight. Um, we
Absolutely.
we do have the top eight. We just had it announced. I think I can give it to you off the top of my head, but I don't want to mess it up. We have Matt Sokol was number one, Joel Olson number 2. We had let's see,
Matt Wadden looks
Matt
like to be
Wadden
3.
and Steve Harpster were the 6 and 2s. And then we had, of the 5 and 3s, there was 4 5 and 3s that made it. Johnny Chu was the highest ranked one. And then we had B. Fred made it. Matt, these are
Ryan
yours.
Surson.
Top 8, congrats. Um, and then Phil was 8th place.
Yep.
So yeah, we had B. Fred, Johnny, Phil, and who was the
Ryan.
other? Ryan Saracen. Yes, Ryan Saracen made it. So he
Yep.
made the top 8 in his first major. So that's pretty cool. Definitely something we don't see every day. Someone showing up to their first big tournament and making top 8. So yeah, tomorrow
And
morning, first thing we
and
will.
and Mishke Bubbles for the second year in a row.
Yeah, Mishki Bubbles. And one cool thing that they're doing for the bubble people now, if you are 9th place, you still get foils. So everybody got a foil Mustafar's Castle and a foil Octo saddle site, and even the 9th place player actually gets the foils as well. So, it definitely does suck being the bubble boy, but at least there is sort of a consolation there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I am going to sign off for the evening. Like I said, we will do first thing in the morning when we get going. We will do the drawing for the randomized top 4, so that way the players tonight don't know who they're playing. So I didn't realize we did it that way. For some reason, I thought we did it the night before. So we're going to do that first thing. We'll see who's playing who and who those matchups are, and maybe we can get the Twitch vote for who wants to be that first stream match or something. So. I want to say thanks again to everybody who joined us today and everybody who helped me out. Thanks, Chris, for being here with me all day. Definitely.
Thanks for being there, Jerry.
Yeah, it means a lot to me to have a partner doing this. So I appreciate your help, and hopefully everybody enjoyed watching. So we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning, about 10 a.m. Pacific start time, and we'll get you your randomized top pairings versus the bottom 4 guys, and we'll go from there. So thanks again for being here.